Alright everyone, here's maybe an unpopular opinion even among people that watch this channel, but the decision that was being panned, like on 4chan and elsewhere yesterday, by the debate commission to give the moderator the ability to mute the microphones of the candidates, under the stringency, assuming that they follow the rules as they are claiming to impose them, that actually makes sense. What's going to happen is that during each of the segments, a candidate is asked a question, they get 2 minutes to respond uninterrupted, the other person gets 2 minutes to speak uninterrupted, and then they can banter back and forth for the rest of the segment, they can talk over each other and so forth. As long as the moderator is only using this, and of course this might not happen because the debate moderator will be obviously explicitly biased. If they hold to the idea that it's just to allow both candidates 2 uninterrupted minutes on every prompt, Trump's going to smash Biden in the face with a goddamn hammer. Because you've got Hunter Bidengate to talk about, and he will pivot to it. He will probably talk about coronavirus death totals actually beginning to decline as opposed to the case totals. Unemployment ticking down, the economy generally more or less recovering. He can tout the fact that he started no new wars, that his first act in office was to not sign the TPP and kill it where it was born. He can talk about his accomplishments without worrying about the moderator or Biden interjecting. He couldn't do that at the town hall. He couldn't do that at the first debate. At the first debate, it was basically just Trump, Biden, and the moderator talking over each other indiscriminately. Did anybody get anything out of the first debate other than a mild chuckle for the first 15 minutes, maybe, when Trump really went all in? No, it was a shitfest. It was worthless. At the town hall, did Trump get the ability to actually flesh out what he believes? Did he actually get the ability to interact with the people, ask him questions? No, the moderator usually cut him off within 15-20 seconds. Biden, meanwhile, was mollycoddled by Stephanopoulos. A lot of decorum from Stephanopoulos. I wonder why. Now, this means that Trump, too, will get his 2 minutes per segment. For that, I think it's a total of 12 minutes during the debate. Trump will be uninterrupted and able to say what he wants to say. It will, by the way, be more difficult because of the way that Trump tends to debate, for him to not want to interject when Biden is speaking, because Biden will lie, and Trump will be trying to antagonize him. The thing is, though, Trump does need to back the fuck off while Biden is speaking and not do that. This helps Trump, not Joe Biden. All of the issues stacked up right now in public consciousness, Hunter Biden's emails, coronavirus, and so forth, they're going against Biden as a reason he looks like he's starting to slip in the polls at the 11.5 hour. But if Trump can restrain himself just for a while, to just speaking about the issues, just for 2 minutes at a time, just a few times, let Biden speak. Give Biden enough rope to hang himself, because Biden will do what Biden does when he's uninterrupted. He runs himself in circles. He contravenes himself repeatedly. He uses the same prepackaged sort of sloganeered bullcrap, vacuous sloganeering nonsense every time that he speaks. And unless Trump is interrupting him and giving him the ability to meander off into different topics because Trump brought them up, it's advantage Trump, at least for those parts of the segments. So I actually support this move. Now, let's say that the moderator begins using the mute function outside of those 2-minute slots. Since the debate commission's rule explicitly says that's the only purpose for it, to allow the candidates that uninterrupted response time, that will look biased. Trump can then point out afterwards, well, again, it was a 2-on-1 debate and I still won. And his fans will largely agree, and his enthusiasm will be unchanged. And Biden will, at the end of the day, have accomplished nothing, because there's nothing he can accomplish. He can't tell you whether he's going to stack SCOTUS. Trump should ask him outright, by the way. Ask him over and over, relentlessly, will you stack SCOTUS? Will you answer yes or no? Would you expand the Supreme Court? Make it clear to the American people that he won't answer, because he can't. If he says yes, he pisses the left off. If he says no, he pisses the centrist Dems that want to be conciliatory off. He pisses some bloc off regardless of what he says. Are you for or against the new Green Deal? Well, I'm not really for it, but we've got our own environmental plan. Well, your website says otherwise. Grill him on these things. He is a walking goddamn contradiction. Grill him on his record. He just apologized the other day for the 94 crime bill. Grill him on it. He did a 180. Oh, I was wrong. Challenge him on it. These are the things that Trump needs to do, but he didn't manage to do them in the first debate by design, or in the second debate, the town hall, because he wasn't able to speak over the moderator. The moderator kept interrupting him and constantly asking the same stupid 3 or 4 questions. Do you disavow Nazis? Like you have 20,000 times, but do you disavow them? Oh, do you disown them? Do you dislike Nazis? Are you a Hitler fan? And stuff like that. The same thing. Oh, what about coronavirus? You said it was a hoax. Well, no, I didn't. Well, will you disavow your own words saying it's a hoax? Stupid things. Stupid schlock that nobody cares about. No, nobody in the public gave a fuck about that. The first debate was a wash. The town hall was worse. Yeah, no surprise that the Biden town hall on TV did better. And which one are people gonna pay attention to? The one where the moderator is clogging up the whole fucking thing and making sure the president can't be heard at all? Or the one where Biden is basically playing wiffle ball with George Stephanopoulos for an hour? I wonder which one is more informative. Or would be if Biden were capable of telling the truth without irking large swaths of the voting public. No, I think that the microphone muting in and of itself, if done properly, is actually a good thing for Trump. Believe it or not, and there have been other people who analyzed like the first debate and said, well, really what Trump needs to do is he needs to back off and let Biden speak, because when Biden speaks, he makes mistakes. Don't even bother antagonizing him, because then if it doesn't work, it just makes you look like a bully and it makes him look like he can actually weather the storm. Now, of course, like, I'm doped up to the eyeballs on amphetamines, probably Alzheimer's drugs beforehand. They probably give him nootropics and all sorts of shit like that. And of course he's playing at 100% insofar as Biden can when he's on the debate stage. And he could randomly die of an aneurysm on stage because of all of the drugs they're pumping into him, but they don't really care. As long as they can get him into November, they can always have President Kamala. Then they can claim that it's some magical success. The first female president of color is a Democrat. Yeah, but she was appointed to the position. She never got a single vote because she wasn't on the ballot. What a fucking charade that would be. That's about all. Peace out.